Welcome to the Zohar class. The portion of this week is Parashat Bo el Paro, Bo in the meaning of come with me or let's go together. This portion, the story of this portion is that after the seventh Makot, the seven plagues that came to Egypt, we are learning about the next three. And this time around, Hashem, the Creator, tells Moshe, let's go together or come to me. You know, I'm going to be with you from point A to point B. And the first question that comes up, we spoke about this many times, but this time we're going to even take it deeper. So the Kabbalists explain that it's not that Hashem is telling Moshe, let's walk together. I'm going to be with you. I'm going to help with you. The Kabbalah is saying that Hashem is everywhere. The whole point of this parasha is to teach us that the Creator is everywhere all the time. It's not Hashem telling the Moshe, yeah, I was in vacation. Now I'm going to come and walk with you. No, Hashem with us all the time. 24/7, day and night, all the time, and He's everywhere. We learned before that the Creator is not something outside of us. We are within the Creator, and the Creator is within us. So the lesson of this portion, the only force in the world can say that come, let's go together or let's be together is the Creator. The Creator can be anytime, anywhere with all of us at the same time. So we're going to focus on this lesson that the Creator is with us all the time. And the Kabbalists give beautiful examples. The first question that comes to our mind is, where is Hashem? All the intelligent, all the scientists, as a kid, I used to ask this question, where is Hashem? I don't see Hashem. So the Kabbalists explain to us, do you think you see everything? You think you see all the rays that behind our sight? We don't see the X-rays. We don't see the gamma ray. We don't see so many lights that exist in the world. We see only a small portion of it. When we go have an X-ray, chas v'shalom, the guy go hide behind the wall. Why does he go hide behind the wall? Because he knows or she knows there's a certain force that comes in this room for that moment. And after the X-ray done, they show us this picture that, Baruch Hashem, everything is okay. But we didn't see anything, but we see the residue of something that was in that room. Another example that the Kabbalists teach us is, we have the blood that's running in our body all the time. The moment, chas v'shalom, we have a cut, the blood that was liquid become a hard material to stop bleeding, right? If we have a cut in our skin, the moment the blood hit the air, it become hard and it stopped the bleeding. The Kabbalah says, who you think that caused that? Is Hashem. He's with us all the time. 24/7, all the time He's with us. And the same Kabbalists give another example. He says that when a virus, God forbid, go inside our body, the whole army of white cells start attacking this virus and surround him and don't let him, travel in our body. The Kabbalah says, who caused that? I know, Baruch Hashem, we have doctors and scientists, and we learn in school that this is part of the nature, but there must be a creator that set the rules for this nature. And this Kabbalah says, the white cell go find the virus, he hugs it, he covers it, the white cells start growing arms and hugging and holding the virus so it doesn't get away. And then it starts sending signals to the brain, send more army, send more arsenal to destroy this virus. He said, this is all work of Hashem. We don't see these things in our eyes, but this is all work of Hashem. He's with us all the time, with all of us all the time. Why we are learning this lesson? Because if we accept this fact that our Creator is with us all the time, it's lower the level of anxiety in our life. It's lower the level of anger in our life. It's lower the level of hate and argument and confrontation in our life. The Creator is in business all the time, everywhere, in every situation. All the stress and, God forbid, diseases starts when we feel like we are alone, like an accident happened to us, like something out of this world happened to us. But if we develop this belief system, this faith and emunah and certainty that Hashem is with us all the time, it's gonna put us in a peace zone. We're gonna be in peace. We are not gonna be worried so much. We are not gonna be exhausted so much. Of course, challenges are gonna come to us even when Hashem is with us, but with the emunah and a belief system, it's gonna shorten the amount of the challenge, shorten the amount of the time you have to go through the challenge. For a non-believer, a challenge could last a lifetime, but for a believer, the challenge can be gone in a day or two, or maybe a few minutes. So it's not a religious aspect, it's a technology. That the fact that the Creator is with us, it's a fact. We cannot deny it, we just prove it right now in a few points. It's all about us. Do I believe that, this force is with me? And if I believe it, life is going to go smooth. Life is going to go very smooth. We're going to be in peace. We're going to be in happiness. We're going to be in joy. One of the concepts of Shabbat is, no matter what happens during the week, the Shabbat I put on my best clothing, right? Best food, best family, best gathering. I'm not worried about anything on Shabbat because I know we think that Creator is with us only on Shabbat, but He is with us all the time. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try tomorrow. Let's at every minute of our life, let's believe that the Creator is with us. The level of anxiety and stress is going to come down so much. We're going to be much healthier. The whole purpose of this wisdom is to keep us healthy. If we believe 24/7 the Creator is with us, we're going to have less health challenges. But if we believe in accidents and unfortunate and unlucky and why me, then we raise the level of the anxiety and stress and, God forbid, more diseases. So it's not out of religion that I have to believe in something. It's for our own good. There's another example that the Kabbalists give us. It says, imagine you're in a room with your father or with your teacher, right? Imagine you're in a room with your father or with your teacher. Are you going to talk Lashon Hara? Are you going to complain? Are you going to say bad words? Are you going to judge? Are you going to be hateful? Are you going to be angry? Obviously not. Now imagine that the Creator, your own Creator, Hashem, is with you in the room all the time. So first of all, we're going to sin less. We're going to sin less. We're going to do more good than bad. So the fact we're going to eliminate certain negative behavior, that's already for our own benefit. We're not going to talk bad things. We're not going to look at the bad things. You're not going to do bad things. All the stealing and cheating and deceiving others, we think nobody sees us, but the Hashem within us sees it. And of course, it doesn't punish us. We punish ourselves by doing those negative things. So fear of Hashem, Yirat Hashem, it's a gift. It's not a punishment. That you feel that your Creator is with you all the time. So this portion talks about the last 3 plagues. Let's learn about the plagues a little bit. So the 8th plague, or the first plague we're going to read this week, is about locusts, arbe in Hebrew, malach in Farsi. And it's in a level of bina. What's so significant about locusts? Why the Torah have to talk about this plague called locusts? What's so special about arbe is they don't have a leader. They don't have a leader. They all do the same thing at the same time. If you ever seen it in the movies, there's like millions of them all flying in the same direction, up, down, left, right. They're all doing it together, but they don't have a leader. The lesson is that, we don't have to wait for a leader. We don't have to wait for our teacher, our father, our creator to show us the way to do the right thing. We have to do the right thing without pushing us, or even a message, or even a challenge. Most of us, after an accident or a health challenge or a financial challenge, we start praying, we start reading Tehillim, we start going to temple, we start opening the Zohar. It's nice, but like the locusts, without no reason, we need to be attracted to do the right thing, to do our daily connections, to do the 72 names, to do the Anabekoa, to read the Tehillim. We have to do the right thing for no reason, or for no accident, or for no leader. We have to volunteer. We have it inside us. Every Jew has it inside himself. So we have to do the right thing every day. The 9th plague, the second one this week, is the plague of darkness. They said Bnei Israel had light, but the Mitzrayim had darkness. We spoke about this in the past years, but it's as much as last year's we talked about in Hebrew, choshech and shachach is the same letters. Forgetting and darkness is the same letters in Hebrew. Remember what? Forgot what? Forget and darkness in Hebrew is the same letters. Choshech and shachach. Forgot what? Forgot Hashem. Very simple. Whoever forget the Creator is in darkness. Whoever remembers the Creator is enlightened. If a challenge come or an accident come, if we believe Hashem is with us, we're going to laugh about the accident. We're going to say, Baruch Hashem, Gam ze letova. There is a good reason behind it. But if we don't see Hashem in that accident, then we are in darkness. We are worried, we get stressed, we lose sleep. A person that believes Hashem is with him all the time, he sleeps like a baby. But a person that doesn't believe Hashem is with him, all night he's toss and turn. So that's a very good point. If you remember the Creator is with you all the time, you're in light. And if you forget Hashem is with you, Chas v'shalom, you're in darkness. The 10th plague, the last one and the third one in this parasha, is Makat Bechorim, the death of the firstborn. going back to the darkness, there is, we all have dimmers in our house. The more you're connected, the brighter the light is. The less you are connected, then the light gets dim. So if you connect to the Creator once a day, that's nice. But being connected to Him 100 times a day, your day is going to be bright all day. So the last plague, the firstborn, the death of the firstborn, the secret is in Hebrew, the firstborn is Bechor, but also come in a word Baruch, is the same word of Baruch. Bechor in Hebrew is the firstborn, which all the firstborn of the Egyptian dies in this portion, except the Pharaoh, even when he was the firstborn. And Baruch is the first word we use for blessing. Each time we want to say blessing, we start with Baruch, like Shabbat, the apple, drinks, anything we want to say, we start with Baruch. So it says, what's the connection between death of the firstborn and the word Baruch that we start every action with Baruch? He says the first thought that come to us, we receive thoughts all day long. We are bombarded with a lot of thoughts, good ones and bad ones. So it says the first thought that come to you, if it's a wrong thought, you need to kill it right away. 10th plague is the killing the firstborn. So if we walk up with the thoughts, every day we have thoughts. We have some kedusha thoughts, helping a friend, going to a temple, doing some chasadim, some kindness, wonderful, do it. But also we have bad thoughts. Maybe put down to somebody, maybe hurt somebody verbally, maybe complain, maybe confront somebody in an ugly way. He says, kill the bad thoughts at the very beginning. Our thoughts start from our gurgulet, from the very top of our head. Then it comes down to our eyes, we start seeing it, then we start hearing about it, then we start talking about it, and God forbid, then we raise the hand. So the lesson is to kill the firstborn of a bad thought right away, before it's reached even to your eyes and ears. Kill it. If not, then the bad thought is going to control you. The bad thought is going to control you. Control your body, your day, the way you feel, the way you are. Kill the bad thought as soon as it comes. There is a lesson, when God tells Pharaoh, he tells Pharaoh, send my people away. There's a famous songs about this. Send my people. Why Hashem didn't took us out? Why he even giving the Pharaoh the choice to send us and to don't send us? There is a great lesson behind. It's us that have the choice. The Pharaoh is within us. There is a power within us that act in a negative way, is the descendant of the snake. So the Creator give us a choice. There is every moment we can make a choice. But Hashem give us the free will to make the choice, because Hashem didn't want to create a robot. If you were robots, then there was no improvement, there is no growth, there's no gadlut. But give us a choice to make a choice. If God forbid we make a wrong choice, then He send us a signal. Then He send us like a small plague, a warning, and then another warning, and then another warning, until we get it that I made a wrong choice. But the God, with all his mercy and love for us, he let us make a choice. If we make the right choice, then so much goodness follow, more blessing, more barakah follow. If we make the wrong choice, then he send us messages. I don't want to use the word plague because it sounds so big, so huge, but he send us messages. Maybe we are discomfort, maybe we don't sleep good, maybe we don't feel good, maybe we get choked up, maybe our day doesn't go as good as it should go. So we have to remember we have a choice. The Creator never, ever wants a bad thing for us to happen, but he gives us the choice. If we make the wrong choice, then he's going to try to bring us back on the track. That's why he gives the Pharaoh 10 chances to do the right thing, but he didn't. So he had to come back with more plagues and more plagues to awaken him, to make him do the teshuvah. The biggest lesson of today is that at any moment we have a choice to believe that the Creator is with us, or chas v'shalom, the Pharaoh within us gonna say, no, that Hashem is not with you. You are on your own. You are levado. You're lonely, and you're not protected. So, in a big picture, the choice we have to make at every moment is, my Creator is with me. It's not about the choice that we have to make in a physical world, like blue or red, or yes or no, or up or down. It's not about the choice. It's about making the choice that no matter what, the Creator is with me, Hashem is with me. If I make that choice, then He is going to be with me. He's going to protect me. He's going to guide me. He's going to enlighten my journey. So tomorrow, if I have to make a choice, I say, you know what? I'm going to make the choice of Kedusha. I believe Hashem is with me. I'm going to make the best choice I can make, that it's going to lead me to Kedusha. And you're going to see that Hashem is going to be with you, going to guide you, going to walk with you, the same way this portion is talking. If I make the wrong choice, if I make the choice of Pharaoh, that it's the wrong choice of separation and anger and hate, then Hashem is not going to be with us. He's not going to walk with us. And the situation is going to get more difficult and more difficult. So in reality, the choice we have to make, that I believe Hashem is with me all the time. This is what the Pharaoh mistake was. What he said, he says, I don't know Hashem, right? When Moshe approached him, he says, Hashem sent me to release my people. He says, I don't know Hashem. I don't know Yud Kei Vav Kei. So when a person says, I don't know Hashem, I don't know my Creator, then the difficulty and challenges come. Like what happened to Pharaoh, 10 plagues. But if we believe that the Creator is with us, then, the difficulty is going to be with us still, but it's going to be in a shorter amount and in a less power. Many times young people come to me, he says, I don't know, I have a girlfriend, I have a boyfriend, and I don't know if it's the right one for me. Maybe there is a better one down the road. What if this happened? What if that happened? Honestly, nobody knows the right answer. But the right answer we learn in this class, if you make the Kedusha choice, if you make the choice that you believe that that person come to your plate was sent by Hashem, and you make the right choice, and you make a move believing that the Creator is with you, then the Creator is going to walk with you all your life. Bring you blessing, showing you the way, bring you barakah. So if we are confused, if we have doubt, if the Creator is with us, then the trouble is waiting. But if we make the choice that it's in my plate, it's in my life, Hashem brought it to my plate, and I'm going to make the choice, then He's going to be with us. I hear so many stories that people financially, they were so down, they didn't have no money even for a ring. They didn't have no money for a wedding. But they said, you know what? This is the right person for me. Hashem sent it to me. I'm going to make the move. And they're telling me as soon as they make the move, the money came in for the ring, for the wedding, and down the road for the house. So if we don't fight our destiny, if we don't fight with our destiny, if we go with our destiny, and we believe the Creator is with us, it's going to be a very beautiful life, smooth life. God walks with us all the time. He's going to show us the way. So it's not only about marriage, it's about everything. The Creator put it in front of us. Everything in our life is for a reason. And I have to say, I believe the Creator put it in front of me. And I believe He's going to walk with me through this. And He's going to help me with my choice. So remember what Pharaoh said, the most famous sentence. He says, I don't know God. That's why he becomes so bad. 10 plagues, destruction. He says, I don't know God. The Torah is very simple. Pharaoh said, I don't know God. That's why he got destroyed. But then Moshe says, I know God. And he walked with him until 120 in health and happiness. We build a nation. So we have to remind ourselves and each other, Hashem is with us all the time. One of the suggestions, something that I experienced when we wake up in the morning, as soon as we open our eyes, the very first moment we open our eyes, we get bombarded with negative thoughts. I hope not, but when I talk to people and everybody says the same thing, the moment we open our eyes, the negative thoughts come to our mind. I have a difficult day, I have a challenge, I have a problem, I have to do this, I have to do that. But what's the Jewish way to wake up? As soon as you wake up, you say, the moment we open our eyes, we acknowledge, even though I have those negative thoughts, that the Creator is with me. The longer we stay in bed, the more negative thoughts we have. But the moment the negative thoughts come, we have to jump out of the bed. Start my job. I have a job to do. I have a responsibility. Hashem put me on this earth. Hashem give me another chance, another day to do my job. But if I keep laying down in the bed, the negative forces, they keep attacking us. The last point, it's another beautiful point about this parasha. Then we're going to read the Zohar, and then we're going to talk about Asma. The last point is that in this portion, the Torah keeps saying that the Pharaoh heart got hardened, become stone, become hard-hearted. The Kabbalists explain every thoughts, every consciousness, every thing that come to our mind, in order for it to be manifested, it has to go through our heart. There is no thoughts, there is no mind or consciousness that doesn't have to go through our heart. It must have to go through our. So if our heart is soft and full of faith, emunah, and certainty and love, then that thought is going to manifest in a beautiful way. But if, God forbid, we have a heart of stone, so the moment that thought or that consciousness come to our heart, it's going to bounce back. It cannot go through the stone. And then we get stuck. You know, in some aspect of our life, everything goes smooth. Maybe we have a relationship, everything goes smooth because there is love involved, right? But if chas v'shalom, there is a relationship that there is a hate or anger or separation involved, we get stuck. There is no movement. There is no improvement. So in order for all of our thoughts, everything manifest. I want to plan a wedding. I want to start a business. I want to start a relationship. If the heart is hard, stone, then none of those things going to get manifest. But if the heart is soft, full of love and kindness, everything going to manifest and go smooth. With all the challenges, with all the difficulties, if I have a soft heart, if I have faith and love within of my heart, all the thoughts going to manifest in a smooth way. It's a great lesson. Think about it. Every thought, every action, every movement, every thing that comes to our brain have to go through our heart. If the heart is soft and beautiful, full of light and glowing, full of emunah, that thought gonna manifest in the most beautiful way. But if the heart is hardened and stone, then that thought is not gonna get manifested, and we're gonna get stuck. So let's go to the Zohar. We are in the Zohar book number 9, and we are in page number 3, paragraph 2 in the bottom of the page. This portion talks about if we believe that Hashem, the Creator, with us all the time, there's going to be an angel above our head that is going to protect us, is going to guide us, is going to show the road to us. But if, God forbid, we don't have that belief system, the prosecutor, the other one, not the protector, the prosecutor is going to be above our head. And he's going to keep nagging to Hashem. Look at this guy, he's complaining, he's not happy, he doesn't believe in you. So let's not give him any more blessing, he doesn't deserve it. So by reading this section, we want to have this consciousness. I learned tonight in the Zohar class that I want to have that faith and that belief system that my Creator, Hashem, is with me all the time and is protecting me, he's guiding me. Of course, as a good father, he gives us some challenges, some obstacles, only for our own good, to grow, to become smarter, to become better. And if you have that belief system, there's going to be angel that's going to protect us and guide us. So don't cross your hands, don't cross your legs. If you have the book, follow it. If you don't have it, just you can close your eyes and listen to the reading. Einun da'avdin pekudai oraita ve'azli be'orach me'ashar v'dichla de'maharihon kama einan sanigorin de'kayamin aliyah le'ela kama da'ad amar im yesh alav malach melitz אחד מיני אלף וגומר, וכתיב ויחוננו ויאמרו פדעהו מררה שחד מצאתי כופר, וכן כך זכה אייהו מען תנתיר פקודי אורייתא. Those who observe the commandments of the Torah and walk the right path in fear of their master, good advocates are situated above them. As is written, if there will be an angel over him, an interpreter one among thousands, then he is gracious to him and say, deliver him from going down to the pit. I have found a ransom. Therefore, fortunate is he who observed the commandment of the Torah. So just to explain it, it says, if you believe that the Creator is with you, if you believe in the Torah, if you follow the commandment, there's going to be angel above you that's going to save you from falling down. It's going to save you from falling into the pit. That was a beautiful section. With that, we're going to move on to learn about asthma. In the past, many classes, in every class, we learn about one health issue, and we want to learn what's the source of it and how to fix it. So this class, we're going to learn about lungs and asthma, what causes it and what's the solution for it. It says adult suffers from asthma is because too much stress and responsibility. Too much stress and responsibility. They believe they have too much responsibility. Again, if you believe in Hashem, you're going to go through the responsibility very smooth. But if you believe it's a burden, it's a punishment, and why me, then it feels like a bad responsibility. It's important to take control of your life. You know, whoever suffers from asthma or from any breathing issue, it says take control of your life. You are in your control of your life. None of those negative forces and pharaohs and the snakes are controlling you. You have to control your own life. It says you easily become overwhelmed with stressful circumstances. You know, sometimes you have too much to do. But, you know, an organized person gonna say, I'm gonna do this now, this one tomorrow, this one next week, this one next month, this one I'm never gonna do it. Just for the fun of it, just one responsibility, I'm not gonna do it. So it says we become overwhelmed with stressful circumstances, like too much to do. But you have to take a control and put a pace. You were often made to feel incompetent when trying to do things on your own. We believe, sometimes we believe, you know, it's too much for me and I need help. But again, we just learned through the class. If Hashem put it in my plate, first of all, I'm worthy of it. First of all, I can handle it. And then it's in my control. It says you feel too attached to someone, often parents, and you feel that parent's grief. So it says a person with asthma, he feel attached to one of the parents, and if the parents go through grief or difficulty or stress or something bad happened to that parent, so that person feels like this is his grief, this is his issue or her issue. The experience that the parents experience is overwhelming for the child. You have to recognize that that experience of the parents was the parents' tikkun correction. It's not your tikkun, it's not your correction. You have to separate. You have to separate what happened to the parents to you. He says all the stress and the fears that the parents has is not yours. If you remember, one lesson we learned that we have to write a letter to our parents, not to give it to them, just for ourselves. Tell our parents, I love you, you know, but your tikkun, your correction, your difficulties is yours, it's not mine. And not to give them the letters, don't give it to anybody, just you have to write it to yourself. Or grandparents or our ancestors. Any issues, any difficulty they had, that was their life. It's not my life. They said, you know, usually when the parents got angry or upset, we felt like a pain in our chest, and the lungs got tightened because the parents, they were angry or upset. It says your mother might have suffered anxiety while pregnant. So whoever that has an asthma or breathing issue, the mother during the pregnancy, she went through some kind of a trauma or anxiety. And it says most of the time the same trauma happened to the child too. Wow. It says, the same trauma, the same anxiety that happened to the parent, somehow it copied itself to the child's life. And that's why the child has the asthma. So again, we have to separate ourselves from the trauma of our parents. So if we don't separate, and if we have the same, lifestyle as our parents, that's triggered the anxiety. So, we have our own challenges, we have our own tikkun, we have our own growth, we have our own destiny. So as much as we love our parents, our destiny is different than their destiny in an individual aspect. As a family, yes, but individually we have our own destiny. It says, whoever has asthma was overprotected by their parents. They were like, the parents were controlling them, overprotecting, and maybe even threatening them, the children. And sometimes the love came out of controlling and out of threatening. I mean, they didn't know any better, but they showed their love by threatening, by controlling, by overprotecting. So that's caused asthma. It says your mother, your father was overprotective over you, and that was hard on you. It says your parents or your caretaker got mad or angry each time you cried. We saw on movies, and maybe we saw it, that the parents get angry and mad when the child cries. I mean, crying is very normal, but the parents got angry about it. So that child developing associate crying with parents being angry and mad. So, and the child learns that each time he cried, it caused anger and punishment from the parents. So, or the parents had short temper, and each time the child cried, they got angry at the child. So then the crying have to do with the lungs. So the child relate anger and with crying. So sometimes a person that gets angry or feel anger around him, right away the lungs start acting strangely too, because crying and angry, or the lungs function and anger are connected. This is my favorite part. He says sometimes there is a hidden benefit to asthma. There is a hidden benefit. He says a person that want to escape from a confrontation, a person want to run away from a challenge or argument or a problem, subconsciously the asthma kicks in. So the person doesn't have to argue. The person doesn't have to confront. That's so amazing. Or deal with the challenge. So it's like a reverse psychology. There is a benefit to asthma. So a person that has asthma says, you know what? I'm going to confront. I'm going to deal with the situation. I'm going to argue. But Hashem is with me. My Creator is with me. I'm not worried about that confirmation. I'm not worried about that argument. Bring it on. The Creator just called me. Let's go together. I'm with you. So it's a subconscious thing that in order to avoid a situation, avoid speaking up, avoid dealing with people, So the body kicks in the asthma to avoid that situation. It says you learn that asthma gets you out of a good unpleasant circumstances. Our body learn that each time I'm going to lay down in a bed, I'm not going to have to deal with the unpleasant circumstances. So if our subconscious feels like there's unpleasant circumstances coming up, then the asthma going to flare, and you're going to go lay down in the bed, and you don't have to deal with the situation. You have to remember our body is very smart. It says another possibility is that our ancestor suffers from emphysema. That's like a smoking or being around, not a clean air. So if our ancestor they were smoking, then it passed down to the next generation. And why the ancestors they were smoking? Because they had stress and they had anxiety. So that stress and anxiety passed on to us. And it's so connected to the lesson of the class today. If we believe that Hashem is with us all the time, anything He put in front of us it's good for us. We have to grow. We have to deal with it. It's our share. We have to make the right choices, and we have to have a soft heart. Then all this exactly going to disappear. There is a picture here that what happened to a person that has a asthma attack. It says our lungs has like breathing tubes, and when we have an asthma attack, the breathing tubes is all covered by muscle, so the muscle become tight, so the air can go through. What makes the muscle go tight? When we have a tight consciousness, when we have a tight heart, when we don't believe in the Creator, when we don't say Baruch Hashem, this is good for me, or I need to get strong and deal with this situation. We need to get loose. We need to get loose with our consciousness, mind, belief system, flow through life. The moment we become tight, then all the muscles in our body become tight. Remember when we were reading about eyesight, what happened with eyes? The eyes muscle becomes so tight, so the eyes cannot focus. And that tightness is because we are stubborn. We are not rigid people. So with that, we're gonna finish the class. Thank you very much. I wish you guys Shabbat Shalom. Good to see you all. And Bezrat Hashem, see you on Shabbat on Parashat Bo. Thank you very much. Toda Rabba. Thank you.